Now I haven't really seen many roller coaster channels talking about this new for 2025 roller coaster at Walibi Belgium. This roller coaster is called Mecalodon and it looks very promising. So now I'm gonna try to make this video as informative as possible. The so-called Megalodon roller coaster is going to be a family roller coaster created by Gerstlaurer. When this roller coaster started construction, I actually thought that this was going to be an intimate motorbike coaster. And to be honest, Gerstlaurer is really a great pick for this roller coaster. And if you didn't know, this German manufacturer is really known for creating some awesome family roller coasters that are very lengthy and feature some special track elements. And most of these sit-down family roller coasters by Gerstlaurer are very impressive. They feature everything from lift hills, backwards launches, forwards launches and heavily themed dark ride sections. And now back to Megalodon. What is this new for 2025 roller coaster really going to look like, and most importantly, what are the stats of this coaster? Well, first of all, Mecalodon is not going to be your typical family roller coaster created by Gerstlaurer. This roller coaster will feature a very lengthy multi-launch roller coaster layout. And Megalodon will feature a total of 3 launches. The first one is your traditional launch and then the 2 other ones are rolling launches. This roller coaster will be quite lengthy, coming in at 3034 feet. And the tallest element on Megalodon is 49.2 feet and the maximum speed is 40.4 miles per hour. And even though the roller coaster doesn't seem that thrilling based on the height and speed, I still think this is going to be very promising. And now let's go back to what I said before, because this is not going to be a traditional Gerstlaurer family coaster. Now based on the animated picture where you can see the front card for this roller coaster train, you can see something quite special. Well, if you're really sharp, you can see the seats on this roller coaster are highly elevated. And now based on the small restraints / lap bars you're seeing on this animated picture, we can really say that this roller coaster train is going to be a great combination of the Gerstlaurer family roller coaster and the intimate motorbike coasters. And now with all that out of the way, let's focus on the whole roller coaster layout. And in the corner of the screen you can see the Gerstlaurer logo, so this is quite official. It seems like the roller coaster starts out with a launch, of course, then you have an airtime hill, a low to the ground bank turn, a twisted S hill, and then this awesome whippy outer bank airtime hill. And then the coaster goes full cheetah hunt with this low to the ground turn, and that just looks awesome. And based on the animated POV, you can really see this roller coaster is going to have a decent pacing even though the maximum speed is 40 miles per hour. It's awesome to see that the roller coaster features this rolling airtime hill launch. It's really awesome to see that this coaster still features amazing pacing throughout the whole roller coaster layout. It really seems like it's going to be an awesome roller coaster layout based on the animated footage. All of these twisted S hills and outer bank airtime hills really look epic. The coaster seems to fly through these bank turns with a decent pace also. And now looking at how fast the roller coaster flies through these small airtime humps, I really hope this is going to hit. And now when I look at the third rolling launch and the last section of this roller coaster, it really seems like this is where Mecalodon hits the maximum speed. And this is where it seems like the roller coaster really flies through some serious airtime hills. Mecalodon will feature an awesome double down element that hopefully gives airtime, and after that yet another awesome looking airtime hill. And it doesn't really look like this roller coaster is going to feature any filler elements that doesn't really do anything. And now I'm going to quickly sum up my thoughts about this animated POV. In terms of launches, the first one doesn't really seem to deliver anything. It looks quite slow, but it's also a family coaster. And now based on the profiling on these 2 rolling launches, it really seems like this is going to deliver a bit of airtime, but just don't expect it to be intimate swing launch airtime. And overall this roller coaster seems to be very lengthy, feature a lot of variety in elements and many airtime moments. But then the main question is, how fast will Megalodon ride when this coaster opens? And now if this family roller coaster rides just like the animated POV, it will be one of the best in the world, of course. And now if this coaster turns out to be a bit slower than the animated POV, it will still be a great coaster. Megalodon is going to be located in a new area called Dog World at Walibi Belgium. And this new for 2025 Dog World area really looks very promising. It really looks like Walibi Belgium really wants to be recognized as a theme park, not an amusement park. And this new Dog World area is going to be very large and heavily themed, and that also includes another ride in the park. Now people really didn't know what they wanted to do with this old Schwarzkopf looping coaster, and the now so-called Psyke Underground has already undergone 3 generation changes. And now the ride experience on this old Schwarzkopf looper had already been reimagined a few times. And now the future of this old Schwarzkopf shuttle coaster is shown in this video. And now I can with confidence say that this roller coaster is going through another generation. And while this roller coaster stands as an indoor attraction, and the outside facade is going to be rethemed to the new Dog World area. And now in the end of the video it shows that the roller coaster is going to be closed for a bit, and what does that mean? And in terms of roller coaster layout, they can't really change anything about this old Schwarzkopf shuttle coaster. And now back in 2013 Gerstlaurer had already replaced this flywheel launch with the linear motor launch. And now apart from the retheme for the 2025 season, I don't really think anything will happen for this coaster. And the roller coaster in the Halloween season 2024 had had actually been running with a refurbished train. When I first heard these news about the new family roller coaster attraction combined with this dog world area, I was very surprised, because already back in 2021 Walibi Belgium had installed this awesome intimate mega coaster. And yes, I'm of course talking about Kondaa, and Kondaa really features a world-class airtime focus layout. And based on the first section on Kondaa with the twisted drop airtime hill and outer bank airtime hill, you can really see that intimate has been inspired by RMC. And we all know that Walibi Belgium must have spent a fortune on Kondaa because intimate is not cheap. Now surprisingly enough, there are also rumors about a reimagination of the wooden roller coaster Loup-Garou. And Loup-Garou is actually a very rare Vekoma wooden coaster that has been operating since 2001. This ride experience has really been known for being quite rough in the recent years. And to be honest, when I wrote this roller coaster back in 2023, I expected the worst, but I came out very surprised. This roller coaster is overall very shaky, but it isn't that rough. I would actually call Loup-Garou underrated because this roller coaster features some awesome airtime moments. And now back to the real rumors. And there's surprisingly rumors about Loup-Garou getting RMC'd in the future, and I'm all in for it. And Loup-Garou features a decently sized wooden coaster layout standing 92 feet tall. And RMC has already worked with smaller scale wooden roller coasters like this one. Now the best example is of course Georgia Cyclone, coming in at 95 feet tall. Georgia Cyclone was transformed to the so-called Twisted Cyclone as we know today. And even though Twisted Cyclone may not be the best RMC roller coaster out there, it is still a great roller coaster overall. Now with all these new and big investments in the recent years in Walibi Belgium, will this so-called Loup-Garou RMC conversion really be quite realistic? Well, the answer is quite short and simple, it is a yes. Well, you see, the big brother of Walibi Belgium is of course Walibi Holland in the Netherlands. And this park has also gotten some huge coasters in the recent years. In 2019, Walibi Holland opened the RMC iBox called Untamed. And Untamed turned out to be a great success for Walibi Holland. And this amazing airtime-filled iBox coaster was of course created by Rocky Mountain Construction. And Walibi Holland will also open a new attraction for the 2025 season. And they have yet again teamed up with RMC to create the first RMC Raptor in Europe. And now I need to change the word Raptor to Raptors because they are getting a dueling Raptor track. These RMC Raptors are called Joy, and they feature a blue family coaster side and a green frill coaster side. And now surprisingly, the green frill side will feature 6 total inversions, and that is the most amount of inversions on any RMC coaster in the world. So now giving the huge success of Untamed at Walibi Holland, and on top of that the new creation of Joy, they are really working with RMC a lot. So that is why the rumors about an RMC conversion of Loup-Garou is pretty realistic in my opinion. And now we finally reached the end. I really want to know your thoughts about this video in the comments below. And I'm really interested in hearing your opinions about Megalodon in the comments below. And we also talked about Walibi Belgium's huge investments in the recent years, and will this Loup-Garou RMC conversion really be true? And if you really like roller coaster videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. And now at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.